So thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So, we've had an announcement today. Well, we already knew this was coming. Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin, the rematch, November 21st. Alright? Dillian Whyte gave an interview, I believe it is with, it actually doesn't quote who gave the interview with, but I'm quoting Dillian Whyte here, I'll quote him now in a sec. Before I talk about what Dillian Whyte said, there's a quote I've used on this channel several times. It's from a guy called George Santayana, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Got to put it up on screen just there for you. Now the quote reads, "Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it." Now I've used that quote when I spoke about Deontay Wilder. I don't know if I might have used it when I spoke about, I think it was Tyson Fury or someone else to that effect. It's a quote not just for boxing but for everyday life. You know, that if you've made mistakes in the past and you don't learn from them, he's essentially talking about, you could say history, but he's talking about mistakes that people make. If you don't learn from those mistakes, then you're evidently going to repeat them. I'm going to quote Dillian Whyte here now. He says, there won't be any, this is the first thing it says, there won't be any major adjustments. I just need to be a bit more switched on and not get distracted. He was able to use his experience against me. I'm coming to win. I'm coming to knock him out. In a sense, you have to expect, and when I say you have to expect, I'm talking about the end of that quote where he's saying that I'm coming to win and knock him out. You have to expect Dillian Whyte to say that. He is that type of person. And Dillian Whyte is not the kind of guy who would say, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to box. He's not that kind of guy. But when he's saying that he feels he doesn't need to make any adjustments, now that right there is a worry. Alright, I done a video yesterday and I want to big up some people who commented on it. You know, some people disagreed, but they're very respectful of how they disagreed, and that's fine. We're all entitled to our opinion on this channel. If you disagree with what I'm saying, keep it respectful, that's no problem. So people said that they felt Povetkin, his age, basically the fact that he's been training for so long and not having a proper rest could go against him. Yes, it could, but it could also mean that he is a little bit more sharp in the ring when he gets in there on fight night. I don't discount that it could go against him, but at least we know he will be match fit as well. Dillian Whyte lost the first fight because he got too careless. He didn't listen to his trainer saying, you know, don't engage. He engaged, he got clipped, he got knocked out cold. Right? Now, Dillian Whyte is what he is as a fighter. He's not got the quickest feet. Povetkin has much quicker feet, even at 41, than Dillian Whyte does at, I think, 32. Dillian Whyte not got an iron chin. His chin's not going to be much better now in this rematch. It's going to digress. It's going to regress a bit. For him to say that he feels he doesn't need to make any adjustments. Now, that could be Dillian Whyte maybe trying to fool Povetkin. You'll get him into a false sense of security where Povetkin's thinking, right, I just need to do what I did last time. And maybe he'll come out and box. But Dillian Whyte, I don't see him being that sort of fighter. I just don't see it in him. So when he's coming out saying that he needs to make no adjustments, that he's going to go in there, go for the knockout and win via knockout, all that is making me even more confident about picking Povetkin to win. Because you need to, you see, I'm assuming what Dillian Whyte is looking at, he's looking at the fight in his eyes, and he's saying, right, well, for the first 4 rounds, I was, you know, doing well. I was boxing him, you know, my jab was landing. I was landing a few right hands. I dropped him twice. All that happened was I got sloppy and got caught. No, that's a very simple way of looking at things. You know, and that's not me saying Dillian Whyte is simple, but that's a very simple way of looking at things in terms of just you're not really going in depth. What you need to look at is what Povetkin was doing. You know, when you really go back and watch that fight, because I've watched it several times now, and you can see Povetkin was looking to set that punch up. You can see that he was waiting for Dillian Whyte to get stationary. You can see that Dillian Whyte made it. I think he even knew he made a mistake before that shot even hit him, that he was in the wrong position. Povetkin was waiting. He threw that jab. He came back with the uppercut. That was all she wrote, right? There was no luck involved. All right, when you have Johnny Nelson saying it was a lucky punch, there was no luck involved in that. Yes, he's saying that he used his experience. He did. That is his experience. He knew what he was looking to do. He knew how to set that shot up. He set it up. He can do it again. Dillian Whyte does not have the foot speed nor the head movement to get out of the way, at least not get out of the way quick enough for that shot to miss him. So what I'm looking at here and what I'm seeing from Dillian Whyte in his interviews and what he's saying, it's like he's not learned from the mistakes. And as I stated at the start of this video with that quote, if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're doomed to repeat them. That's why in this rematch, I am convinced Povetkin is going to win this rematch. I'm convinced. They're talking about having it in London in the Wembley Arena. If there's fans, hopefully there is. I want to see fans back at these fights, so hopefully we get some in. But in terms of the fight itself, like, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling to see how Dillian Whyte can get this win. And you know what, as well, this is not even to do with the fight. I don't want to rinse Dillian Whyte Povetkin out on this channel, but I cover boxing news and I give my 2 cents. And when Dillian Whyte is coming out making, you know, statements and saying X, Y, and Z, I want to address them. I want to give my 2 cents on it. And all this is a worry for me. You know, it is. And as I've said from the start, like, when AJ lost to Ruiz, go back and look at all my old videos from last year when he lost to Ruiz, and I said he'll win the rematch. He'll win it on points. He'll win the rematch. I am saying it now that Dillian Whyte will not win this rematch. That's my prediction. You know, if people feel differently, that's fine. You know, not everyone has to agree with everything I say, and you know, I don't have to agree with everything people say. You know, that's what we do. But with this, I am fairly sure that my prediction of Alexander Povetkin a win is, there's no such thing as a safe prediction, but I'm sure in myself that this is a fairly confident prediction that we are going to see repeat in this fight. Those are my thoughts on this. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Has your opinion, because this is not, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but maybe people wouldn't look at what Dillian Whyte said the way I would look at it. They maybe would look at it and think, yeah, he's going to go in there and win. But I'm looking at it in a sense of he's not learning from what he did wrong. Has anyone's opinion on this fight changed from the comments Dillian Whyte has said? Leave it in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave it here, so I'm going to record another video. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like. Obviously, subscribe, of course, if you are new to the channel. Leaving the like helps out the most. I don't want to beg for likes, but it does help out the channel. A channel as small as this, it really does help it out. So smash the like button if you can. As always, people, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it passed your day by, because I upload these in the morning most of the time anyway. So I'm hoping if someone's in work, they're listening to them, it's passing their day by. So let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, people, stay safe. I will talk to you as always. Peace, people.